And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Marjanovic. Shakes him, and the layup is up and in. Marjanovic has got the opening basket of the game for the Mavs. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Far from just a jump shooter. Richardson is more than capable of getting it done inside, too.
McCollum feeling it out a bit over Richardson. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Lillard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. For 3, Covington. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Marjanovic.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
For Portland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Lillard attacking. Wow, hammering it in.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. There's the triple. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Clock at 6. The 3 for Doncic. From deep. Porzingis can't hit. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of McCullough. He doesn't back down from the defense. Embraces getting hit while shooting.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Redick inside the line. It's not going to go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Anthony. It's blocked. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Redick kicks to Hardaway. Redick dishes to Powell. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. A nice shot by Simons.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Now the pass to Powell. There's 1:17 left in the first. Redick finds Powell. Now here's Brunson. Guarded closely. Count that one.
And it's important for Cauley Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Here's Simons. McCollum up top, covered by Reddick. Pass to Cantor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Strong interior player. When Cantor is looking to score, he isn't afraid of attracting contact.
And Portland making a change here. Giles is checked in. And Cantor drops them both. Here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Cauley Stein. Cantor against Powell. Now here's Reddick. He's tightly guarded. Jacks up a three. And it's Portland with the rebound. One-on-one here. Anthony, the pass to Giles. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Brunson the pass to Reddick. Beyond the arc. Stolen by Cantor. Powell for three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And still a close game. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Burke. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway, no good. Trailblazers leading by 3. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Portland. Here's Dallas. Here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Feeds to Cauley Stein. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
The defensive specialist, Cauley Stein, is an effective part of this rotation. Now, he must evolve his offensive game more.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Luka Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. And then for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Jones subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Cauley Stein with it. Back to Burke. Now here's Cauley Stein. Dallas moving it around. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Burke. From the arc. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Back to Nurkic. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Covington. The Mavericks pull it in. And the pass to Doncic. It's stolen by Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots from 14, and he hits the jump shot. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Powell kicks to Lillard. There's 1:47 left now here in the second. Right wing, just 5 to shoot. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, that's the length of Cauley-Stein. He's a nuisance for any opponent. He uses that to his advantage in how he draws fouls.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Burke. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Luka Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Cauley-Stein finds Hardaway. It's Redick on the wing. Out to Hardaway. Poked away. Passes it to Finney-Smith. It's Redick on the wing. The 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Marjanovic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Marjanovic has got 6.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lillard way outside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard surveying the D. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period came to a close with them. And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Giles is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the 1. Now McCollum after Luka Doncic's 3-pointer that didn't go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Doncic. Basket good. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
McCollum against Richardson. Stripped away. Giles kicks to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Richardson against McCollum. Lets it go from 11, and it's good for 2. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Doncic finds Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Powell inside. He's covered by Cantor. And Doncic gets it to go.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Here's Simons. He has 5. From outside the arc. Doesn't go that time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
But they recover it. The 3 for Doncic. The rebound by Simons. Portland leading by 8. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Cantor, the pass to Simons. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. The pass to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
The free throw drops for Powell. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Now here's Powell. That's tipped. They recover it. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
He's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without foul.
Portland may have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Dallas making a switch here. Cauley-Stein's checked in. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Now Jones, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. Kicks it out to Covington. No good on the 3. Mavericks trail by 7. Redick passes to Cauley-Stein. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Cauley-Stein's got 7.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Now, here's Nurkic. Powell pulls it in. 1:16 left to play here in the 3rd. Outside for Redick. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. And the wide open shot from Redick. And it's good off the back rim and in. Now it's just a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Lillard throws it down.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Back to Redick. Cauley-Stein kicks to Redick. Covington against Cauley-Stein. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Covington. Brunson no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Brunson scanning the floor. He dishes it to Powell. And there it is for him. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Portland out in front. They're up by 5. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, you see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Jalen Brunson out there with Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the center position. Burke. And the three off target. Portland leading by 7. Lillard dishes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Brunson the pass to Burke. Porzingis at the elbow. Passes to Brunson. Back to Porzingis. Now here's Brunson. He kicks it to Burke. Dallas moving it around. Here's Marjanovic. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Right side, Jones. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Jones. And now an 11-point Trailblazer lead. The Mavericks shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Brunson the pass to Porzingis.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Covington. And the layup's good off the glass. Covington's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Knocks it loose, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson comes in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Portland also making some changes. Cantor comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for Jones. Marjanovic, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Cantor's shot is off.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Out to Porzingis. Back to Marjanovic. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Anthony, the pass to Lillard. And a wide-open look for McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And sometimes McCollum is automatic from there. You can't give him this shot if you're the D.
Doncic with it. Pass to Finney-Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. 14 feet away. The shot's good. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Here's Doncic. It's good.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Doncic. Kicks it out to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Lillard from outside. And another three for Portland.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lillard.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo O'Malley comes in for Porzingis. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Dallas with the ball. 17-point game. That one falls.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. Portland no good that time either. Here's Burke. No good there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win. Up next, the Mavericks taking on the Clippers. For Dallas, they know each game presents a test. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA and they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Dallas, they've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
And George, here we go. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Doncic. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
That free throw good from Doncic. Leonard with the ball. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. It's rebounded by Doncic.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And yes, it's good.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Misses the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Zubac finds George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. Here's Leonard. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Richardson against George. Bucket is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The Clippers trail. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Anderson against Porzingis. And that one's good. Beverly.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Porzingis. Patterson defending. Yep, it counts. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Stolen. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Finished off the break.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Clippers trail by 4. George looking over the floor. The rebound by Marjanovic.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's Leonard, and he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Passes it to Hardaway. Here's Marjanovic. He can't get that one. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
George against Richardson. Porzingis inside, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Holly Stein comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. Jackson to the middle. Stolen by Brunson. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morris. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Burke in at the shooting guard position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over. Wow, hammering it in!
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Now here's Burke, defended by George. Burke, the pass to Powell. Now here's Cauley-Stein. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting well, 50% from the floor. And Leonard gets it to go.
You got to do your best to root and push and shove Kawhi Leonard outside of the paint. He's just too strong and too skilled on the inside, and then he starts to get comfortable.
To the paint, Paul George with the steal. Patterson against Powell. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Burke dishes to Cauley-Stein. Great. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On defense, the Mavericks. They trail by 1. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Or kicks to Doncic. And that one, good.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
There's the pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Burke, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Second chance shot. And another shot. Back to Powell. Out to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Trey Burke.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Oturu. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks leading, and here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Richardson kicks to Doncic. That three off the mark. Jackson with it, and it's Richardson picking him up.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
1:11 left to play in the first half. Here's Doncic. He's got 11. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Nice D from Cousins. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
On the wing, Morris. Marjanovic against Kennard. Morris, no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Marcus Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And here's Rondo. And they double up Rondo. Down low, Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Over Doncic. No good on the last second attempt there.
And it's
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, and the Mavericks. And that's
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Patrick Patterson. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
And Paul George in the mid-range area just dominating that possession.
Mavericks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Marjanovic with it. Richardson left side. Porzingis passes to Doncic. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Foul, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Porzingis finds foul, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Stolen by Zubac. And they're running. Patterson with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Beverly against Powell. Beverly the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Richardson against Beverly. And he comes up with the deuce. Richardson's got 6.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
He's got great activity, does Willie Cauley Stein, and that time the activity helped him to draw a foul.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Ogden.
Right.
But also guys like...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Out to Hardaway. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Jackson dishes to George. For the tie. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That's on J.J. Redick.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a one-point game. He dishes it to Powell. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. That one drops for him.
Making contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
1:58 left here in the third quarter. Now George. He's got 8. To the paint. 6 to shoot. Cousins with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Redick. It's deflected. Stolen by George. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. The Mavericks trailing. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Tipped away. Stolen by Jackson. To the inside. Was shot by Redick. No good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Floats it up for Cousins.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Maverick shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Redick surveying the D. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's George. Passes it to Oturu. And here's Morris for 3. No good. Shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Redick. He is still scoreless so far in this one. And it's blocked. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Cousins kicks to George. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And now a 6-point Clipper lead.
Now Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
Redick. That one's off. Still out of sync.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Dallas calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Here's Leonard. The pass to Mann. Pass to Zubac, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic feeling it out. They get it back.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And it's George missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Doncic against Patterson. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. Plays it up and banks it in.
Richardson doing a great job in transition. Has good speed. That time accelerates in the open floor.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. Unloads from 13. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Clippers lead by 4.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Doncic against George. To the middle. Here's Beverly. Here's Patterson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Great sign when Patterson's connecting from deep. Everything for this offense starts to loosen up.
Doncic, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Down low. Here's Beverly. Here's Zubac. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then toss it off with the thunder finish.
Here's Doncic. Excellent D there from George. hits the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And he's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Leonard, the pass to Patterson. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. They need this one. And he lays it up and in.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
George against Doncic. Patterson dishes to Leonard. Outside, George. Takes a three. Porzingis with the rebound. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Here's George. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, thank you. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Bull. It's Najee in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Doncic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Jokic. Doncic with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. Nuggets on D. Here's Porzingis. And it's Jokic with the rebound. About a minute played so far here in the first. Got a hand on it. Marjanovic against McGee. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Now, here is Morris. To the paint. Here's Najee. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Now, here's Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Morris looking over the floor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line. And Morris drops them both. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Now, Doncic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Morris after Luka Doncic's bucket. Najee, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for Josh Richardson. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And there's the pass to Gordon. Kicks it to Green. He gets it in there.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Now here's Brunson. Powell down low. Millsap covering. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And finished off by Porter.
Whew, he is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
And here's Brunson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
There's Harrison. He dishes it to Porter. The shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
And he can't hit the second. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 2, and that one's good. Harrison.
That's just a terrific pass to beat the defense up the court, and that's exactly how you move the ball in transition.
Brunson finds Burke. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Here's Harrison. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Porter. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
you better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Great open look there. Got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Gordon out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 2. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Millsap. JaVale McGee comes in for JaMychal Green. Bol, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Here's McGee. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Doncic against Morris. Passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Chalk up 2 there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Doncic outside. Richardson outside. Lets it go from 11. Buries the jump shot. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pass to Najee. Fouled on the shot and picks up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Harrison's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets. Doncic looking it over. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Here's Harrison, following the score by Josh Richardson. Gordon goes in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
How about the agility, boy? Gordon knifing his way inside, finishes with confidence. That's pretty.
Out to Porzingis. That one doesn't drop. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Najee. The shot, no good. Nice D from Doncic. And that's an intentional foul. Green, he's checked in for Denver. Here's Hardaway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Brunson. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. It's deflected. Mavericks leading by 5. Hardaway kicks to Cauley-Stein. Here's Powell. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gordon against Cauley-Stein. Stolen by Brunson.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Hardaway finds Brunson. Green with the block.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And that one's good. Burke's got 6.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
Fires for 3. 1 second left, and it's Green with the jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we? And we finished one half of basketball. The Mavericks on top.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. Man, that's good.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Morris passes to Najee. Now McGee. Dishes at the bowl. Back to McGee. He can't get it to go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
On the wing, Doncic. 18 points for him, and he gets the bucket. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Morris. Drops in the layup for 2. Morris has got 8.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Najee. Here's Morris. He shoots again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic. Denver shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. And he recovers it, and they're able to recover. And the Mavericks with possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. Redick for 3. And Bull pulls it down. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Thompson with it. 5 points in the game. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Dwight Powell. Harrison passes to Jokic. Porzingis with the block. They get it back. The Nuggets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Dallas calls timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
And finished off by Porter.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Trey Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Brunson, no good. The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Inside, Jokic. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. 8 points for Jokic.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Makes it off the glass.
Now, Powell, a terrific option in the pick and roll, knows to slash and finish.
Here's Harrison. He's got 6. And he banks in the layup. Harrison's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Burke. Lays it up off the glass. Burke's got 8 points. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Mavericks lead by... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Green, also Bull out there. Morris is out there with Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at shooting guard. The Nuggets trail. The drive by Green. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Free throw drops from Marjanovic. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second. And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Denver also making a switch. McGee's checked in. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
You know, I know that he can make the perimeter jump shot, but I really like it when Porzingis is taking it inside and making the defense deal with all that size.
Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. McGee dishes to Morris. To the inside. Ball stolen. Here's Redick. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Redick's got his first basket.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Floats it up for Jokic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Here's Brunson, and he could not get that one to go. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Richardson gets a wide-open look. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. And the pass to Doncic. From deep. No good on that one. And Denver the other way now. Porter with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Porter, no luck. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Richardson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Shoots over Marjanovic. McGee dishes to Gordon. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's the break. Doncic finds Marjanovic. They get it back. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Richardson. Porzingis passes to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Here's Marjanovic. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Richardson for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Porter, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Nuggets also changing it up. Bol comes in for Gordon, and Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Morris against Doncic. The dish now to Powell. Fires from deep. Richardson outside. He kicks it to Doncic. There's the 3. That shot off. And Denver the other way now. Here's Jokic. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Doncic outside. Pass to Powell. Out to Doncic. Back to Powell. Good defense by Jokic. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
And here's Morris for 3. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. You've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Lillard. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Richardson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. Sweet move. Nurkic with the block. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And Lillard gets it to go.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now, here's Doncic. Richardson up top. The pass to Marjanovic. And Doncic. Here we go.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. To the paint. Here's Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. Passes it to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. No good from outside.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Pass to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
You know, in addition to being a fantastic shooter, Covington is also an incredible athlete. Somebody who looks to drop the hammer when he's free near the hoop.
Now, here's Doncic. There's Nurkic, and the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And it's good, 2 points.
Tenacious on the take. Richardson effective at driving to the basket and converting through tough defense.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Now he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. The Mavericks also with a sub. Burks is checked in. Pass to Powell for the 3. That shot misses. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Powell. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Portland leading, outside Anthony, and now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Cantor. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Burke. No points in the game yet for him. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Simons the pass to Powell. And here's Kanter. Now here's Powell from 11 feet away. Great positioning on the putback.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Mavericks trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hardaway finds Cauley Stein. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Powell, the pass to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brunson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at point guard. Burke kicks to Powell. Now here's Burke, guarded by Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Cauley Stein goes in. Offensive rebound. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Enes Kanter.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
And Portland making a change here. Giles is checked in. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now Powell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
They get the rebound. Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. And the wide open shot from Redick. Dallas again missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Redick finds Cauley Stein. Richardson outside. Dallas again missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Giles the pass to Kanter, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Porzingis inside. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Doncic comes with the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Dallas. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Powell. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Boy, this is why me and so many others are high on Doncic. I mean, he's got the ability to fight through challenges that defenses present.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. McCollum against Richardson. McCollum with the ball. 1:05 left to play here in the second quarter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket for Marjanovic.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Lillard, right side. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lillard against Richardson. And here's Doncic from the arc. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Lillard surveying the D. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
And here is Doncic. 8 points for him. Inside, Nurkic with the steal. And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
On the floor for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Lillard. Good on the shot. Lillard's got the first basket of the third quarter for Portland. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Covington with the bucket.
How about the alertness of Covington? I mean, sensing the separation from the defense and then cashing in on that space that was created.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 11 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Lillard outside. Just 5 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. 10 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Stolen by McCollum. And now Portland on the break. Covington with the ball. Now the feed to Lillard. The dish to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Covington passes to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Burke, the pass to Powell. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game. And I think he's only going to get better down there.
Lillard against Brunson. And that one's good. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Marjanovic kicks to Brunson. Here's Burke. Drills the three-pointer. Burke's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Brunson against Lillard. He feeds it to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Brunson, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Leading by 5. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Powell kicks to Anthony. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. To the middle. Shoots over Burke. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Cannon. Now it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Powell with it. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter, and it goes down 2 points.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Portland leading by 5. Here's Powell. Pass to Anthony. The tray. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Doncic. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Little. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Really left alone that time. Hardaway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
6 to shoot. 11 feet away. Powell pulls it in.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. Nurkic finds Jones. Back to Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
Mavericks trail by 6. Now here's Brunson. He dishes it to Hardaway. Brunson scanning the floor. Back to Hardaway. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. The three-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 6. Passed a little. Here's Nurkic. Brunson covering. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Lillard attacking. Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now Brunson. Now the pass to Powell. Kicks it to Burke. Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. Powell trying to free himself up. And it's off from three-point range.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Lillard against Brunson. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Portland needs to get off a shot. Little can't hit. Mavericks trail by 8. Out to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Richardson left side. Nurkic with the steal. Anthony drives in. And the layup's good off the glass. Anthony's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Giles checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Little. McCollum, no good. Mavericks trail by 10. And Porzingis, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
McCollum outside. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Yes, that goes in. Lillard's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And the Mavericks with possession. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. 8-point game. Outside, Porzingis. From outside, off the mark. Lillard with it. From deep three-point range, off the mark. And so it's Portland winning this one. Even oop. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. And here's Richardson. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. A beautiful reverse layup.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
George dishes to Leonard. Porzingis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The rebound by Patterson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Doncic outside. No good on the triple. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Passes it to Beverly. From deep, George. The Clippers keep it alive. Here's Patterson. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Dallas with a change here too. Hardaway's checked in.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Beverly looking around. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Goes back up. The pass to George. And here's Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock at 6. Tries again. Here's Batum. That shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Richardson.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson misses.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Dallas again missing. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 4. Jackson gets the bucket.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. Quick floater over the top. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Jackson against Richardson. Jackson passes to Cousins. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3. Powell finds Richardson. Outside Hardaway. Rondo with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Brunson, good.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Clippers trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The drive by Jackson.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Fires the 3. Brunson, no good. On the wing, Jackson. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got Morris, Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Mann in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Redick following the basket by Marcus Morris. The 3, another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Jackson looking around. He kicks it to Morris. That's good from 17 feet away. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Hardaway. Doncic, that one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
Beverly finds Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Back to Burke. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Burke's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Mavericks leading by 8. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Burke can't get it to go. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Doncic dishes to Redick. Back to Doncic. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Redick.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Redick against George. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of the game. Lays it up off the glass.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Doncic against George.
Oh, you better shoot that.
Out to Porzingis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. Here's George. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. That free throw good from George.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
To the right side. Burke. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 3. He goes up again. George finds Cousins. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Cousins has got his first bucket in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Here's Cousins. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. But they get it back. The second effort. And the layup good by Cousins. Cousins has got 4 this quarter.
DeMarcus is an enforcer on the offensive end. He has all the tools to dominate night in and night out.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 1 point. Kenny, what's your? That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Richardson against George. Leonard, the pass to Patterson. Over Porzingis. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Dallas leading by 3. Here's Doncic. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Clippers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. In the corner, it's Patterson. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Finney Smith. Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. So he gets them both. About 1 minute played here in the second half. George against Richardson. And it's George missing.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Doncic outside, lets the 3 fly. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Richardson with the double team. Back to George. Here's the 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Patterson. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Now the Mavericks with it. A big stretch here going 10-2. Brunson finds Burke. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Pass to Mann. Back to Kennard. Here's man. Cauley Stein defending.
The incredible wingspan of DeMarcus. Doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
And so they foul intentionally. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Beverly against Brunson. It's hauled in by Zubats. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers trail by 9. Beverly dishes to George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Hardaway. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Beverly missing.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Jackson passes to Cousins. Goes back up to the left side wing. Man. Cousins controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Muscling in that putback. DeMarcus saying, that's what I do. Well, whatever it is, big fella, keep doing it.
Cauley Stein against Morris. Here's Powell. And no good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Jackson kicks to Morris. The tray. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Dallas leading by 7. Powell with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Brunson. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Brunson's got 8 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. 24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Up top, Burke passes to Hardaway. Now here's Brunson. Off target with his 3. And so it's Dallas. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Luke Kennard. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Now Leonard. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. George looking around. Steps back and fires. Good as the jump shot falls.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Dallas moving the ball around. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's George. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
The 3 for Doncic. Good on the 3-point shot. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. And here's Doncic from the arc. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And George, here we go. Off target with the open look.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
From outside the arc, Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Jackson. Tips it up, and the second chance effort by Jackson.
A rare offensive rebound for Reggie Jackson, but he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
The 3 for Doncic. The Mavericks rebound. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Richardson gets a wide open look. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Outside Leonard. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Porzingis.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Leonard. The dish to Patterson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Doncic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And that's 13 points for Luka Doncic.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Mavericks.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Luka Doncic.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. No good from the wing. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Beverly against Doncic. And he trims the lead to single digits.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter-oriented.
George against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. The three-pointer, no good. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
One-on-one fast break. And stolen by Patterson. And they're on the break. Finished off the break.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City. And the Nut missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Richardson. Bogdanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the power forward. Porter misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have 2 names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Morris looking over the floor. Najee, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Second shot opportunity. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Morris, and he gets the bucket. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The drive by Doncic. Here's Bogdanovic, and too long on the shot. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Out to Doncic. And Porzingis launches it from deep. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Yeah, watching Porzingis shoot, man, it's a thing of beauty. 7-3, great form, great touch. Nice looking shot there.
Morris finds Gordon. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porter. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
The drive by Doncic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Outside Gordon. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Morris. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Richardson up top, covered by Morris. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's jacked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Millsap after Luka Doncic's bucket. Fires the 3. Millsap misses. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Doncic. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. And it's 6 points for Luka Doncic.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
There's Harrison. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Runs in the pass to Doncic. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
The basket's coming early and often in the first. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
You've got Green, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Harrison in at the point guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Morris dishes to McGee. Powell with the steal. Burke looking over the floor. Here's Cauley Stein, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein, and the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. Gordon's checked in for Denver. Down low. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
fouls. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Gordon. He kicks to Green. Lob pass to Gordon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Picked his pocket. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And then Gordon with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And yes, it's good. Brunson's got his first points in this one. The Nuggets trail by 4. There's Harrison. To the paint. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Gordon against Powell. Kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Powell. Over Gordon. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Harrison in the corner. Back to Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. That shot off the mark. Gordon with the defensive effort. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 8 points.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Back to Morris. Doncic with the steal. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Jokic inside, guarded by Marjanovic.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Doncic finds Marjanovic. Teardrop shot. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And the pass to Jokic. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Morris passes to Najee. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Doncic, here we go.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Morris against Doncic. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 14 points, 2 assists. And that'll do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Cauley Stein, Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward. For the tie, he takes it up and lays it in. Bulls got it all tied up now for Denver.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
There's Harrison, pass to Bull. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feat.
Brunson scanning the floor. Up and in on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Harrison passes to Bull. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Here's Burke. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Harrison passes to Chuncho. Now McGee, guarded by Powell. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Out to Hardaway. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Nuggets, Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. And that one's good. Doncic.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense. A quick move to the bucket. And you get the lay-in.
Morris passes to Porter. Now here's Green. To the inside. Morris. Porzingis with the block. Doncic against Porter. And it's Doncic missing. The Nuggets trail by 3. Morris passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh,
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Passes it to Marjanovic. Back to Porzingis. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morris passes to Green. Keeps it alive. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Here's Doncic. Good defense by Jokic.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. And it's Doncic missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney-Smith. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Marjanovic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Morris. He's out there with Porter. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4. Porter kicks to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And that one's good by Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Richardson attacking. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis can't hit. Denver leading by 5. Here's Najee. It's hauled in by Richardson. And here's the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Count it.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot and his offensive game now.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. That shot off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there. And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Cauley Stein comes in for Porzingis. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. Outside Gordon. 5 on the clock. Back to Jokic. And another miss by Denver.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Doncic kicks the foul. Green against Doncic, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
And foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks trail by 3. Inside, Jokic with the steal. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Deflects the pass. Powell with the steal. Outside for Redick. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Redick's got 5 points now this quarter. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. Doncic finds Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas to take the lead. It's in!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Doncic feeling it out. Out to Porzingis. Over to the wing. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...